Hello everyone, my name is Vikrant. I am from Central University of Haryana. I am from the Journalism and Mass Communication Department. Today we are discussing about normative theories of mass communication. What is normative theory? A theory of a type of a theory that describes an ideal way for a media system to be structured and operated is called normative theory. Normative theories are different from the most of the theories. They don't describe things as they are, nor do they provide scientific explanations or predictions. Instead, they describe the way things should be if some ideal values or principles are to be realized. Normative theories come from many sources. First, sometimes media practitioners themselves develop them. Sometimes social critics or academics do. The origin of normative theories of media. Radical libertarian technocratic control. Propaganda and mass society theories are used to justify media regulations. Radical libertarian. They believe that there should be no laws governing media operations. They are First Amendment absolutistic who take the notion of free press quite literally to mean that all forms of media must be totally unregulated. These people accept as gospel that the First Amendment dictate Congress shall make no law upending the freedom of speech or the press means exactly what it says. As Supreme Court Justice Hugo Beck succinctly stated, no law means no law. Technocratic control. They believe in direct regulations of media, most often by a government agency of commission. These include advocates of technocratic control, people like Harold Lassell and Walter Lippmann. They argue that media practitioners can't be trusted to communicate responsibly or to effectively use media to serve vital public needs, especially during times of crisis or social upheaval. Some sort of oversight or control is necessary to ensure that media satisfy important public needs. Propaganda and mass society theories are used to justify media regulations. Social responsibility theory emerged from this debate. It represents a compromise between views favoring government control of media and those favoring total press freedom. This didn't satisfy everyone, but it did have broad appeal, especially with the media industries. Even today, most mainstream media practitioners use some variant of social responsibilities theories uh, to justify their actions. The origin or libertarian thought on communication. Libertarian communication theory arose in opposition in authoritarian theory, an idea that placed all forms of communication under the control of a governing elite or authorities. Sebert, Patterson, and Schramm, 1956. Media must respect what authorities want and work according to the wishes of the authorities. Major features of authoritarian theory. First, absolute power of monarchy. Press support that monarchy and can't criticize monarchy. Third, press must be licensed. Publishers should be jailed for violating their characters or licenses could be revoked. Censorship of all types, therefore, was easily possible. Libertarian theory: if individuals could be freed from the arbitrary limits on communication imposed by church and state, they would naturally follow the dictates of their conscience, seek truth, engage in public debate, and ultimately create a better life for themselves and others. Maxwell, 1987. Siebert, Peterson, and Schramm. One man equal to one vote. Peterson, one man, and Sieber called one vote. According to John Milton, every man has the ability to make a decision. Major features. Press should serve the people, not the government. Press helps discover the truth. Free marketplace of ideas. Check the government activities. As such, the newly formed United States was one of the first nations to explicitly adopt libertarian principles, as it did in the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. John Kane, 1991, identified three fundamental concepts underpinning the founders' belief in press freedom. Theology: media should serve as a form allowing people to deduce between good and evil. Individual rights: press freedom is the strongest, if not the only, guarantee of liberty from political elites. Attainment of truth: falsehood must be countered, ideas must be challenged and tested, or they will become dogma. The marketplace of ideas, a new form of radical libertarianism. Libertarianism. The rise of penny press and yellow journalism. Progressive and populist movements. In response against progressive and populist media practitioners, solution was known as marketplace of ideas. Marketplace of ideas in libertarianism, the notion that all ideas should be put before the public and the public will choose the best from the marketplace. Barron and Davis. Laissez-faire doctrine: the idea that government shall allow business to operate freely and without official instruction. How the marketplace of ideas work: communication process, sender idea plus medium plus receiver. Government regulations of media. During the 1920s and 1930s, a new normative theory of mass communication began to emerge that rejected both radical libertarianism and technocratic control. One source of this theory was congressional hearing over government regulations of radio. Establishment of government commissions to oversee their operations: FRC, Federal Radio Commission; FCC, Federal Communication Commission. Professionalization and limitations of journalism. A call for professionalization in media. Professional schools, the canon of journalism. McGregor's Fourth Estate. Limitations have been placed on media professionals, but the following problems have occurred. Professionals in every field, including journalism, has been reluctant to identify and censure colleagues who violated professional standards. Professional standards can be overly abstract and ambiguous. In contrast with medicine and law, media professionalization doesn't include standards for professional training and licensing. In contrast with other professions, media practitioners tend to have less independent control their work. Fifth, in the media industries, violation of professional standards rarely has immediate, directly observable consequences. Social responsibilities, theory of the press, a post-war compromise. Throughout WW2 and during the anti-communist agitation that followed, there were pressure for greater government regulations of media. The Hutchins Commission of Freedom of the Press was established in 1942. Members consisted of leaders from many areas of societies, including academics, politicians, and heads of school groups. The members were divided into reviews. Libertarian view that some form of press regulations was necessary. Chicago School envisioned modern cities as great communities composed of hundreds of small groups, pluralistic groups. In the great community, that various segments defined by specific unifying characteristics. The Chicago School believed that with unregulated mass media, that the small, weak, pluralistic groups would be neglected. The society theory of the press, the need for an independent press that scrutinize other social institutions and provides objective, accurate news reports. Dennis McWell 1987 summarized the basic principles of social responsibilities theories as follows. Media should accept the fulfill certain obligations to society. These obligations are mainly to be met by setting high of professional standards of informativeness, truth, accuracy, objectivity, and balance. In accepting and applying these obligations, media should be self regulating with the framework of law and established institutions. The media should avoid whatever might lead to crime, violence, or civil disorder or give offense to minority groups. The media as whole should be pluralist, pluralist and reflect the diversity of their society, giving access to various points of view and to rights to reply. Society and the public have a right to expect high standards of performance, and interventions can be justified to secure the or a public good. Journalists and media professionals should be accountable to society as well as employers and the market. Dual responsibility model, dual responsibility theory. Revision of social responsibilities theory lightning a role for physical as well as social responsibility in news decision making. Stakeholder theory, idea that companies should operate in the best interest of all those who depend on their stakeholders. Traditional model of social responsibilities. First of all, media, then responsibility to public, social, editorial decision. Dual responsibility model, media responsibility to audience, social, editorial decisions, and responsibility to stakeholders. The public interest in the internet era, sphere of consequences, motherhood and apple pie, of politics, that the things on which everyone is thought to agree. Sphere of legitimate debate, where journalists discuss what the two-party system defines as is the issue. Sphere of deviance, political actors and views which journalists reject as unworthy and being heard. Sphere of consciences, media coverage of issues or matters like Iraq war or the military interventions. Reporters don't feel crowded in such coverage. Sphere of legitimate controversy, press gives a full coverage to the issues fall in the categories. For instance, such as election campaigns, shortcomings, or gaffe of political candidates. Sphere of deviations. This is the area where reporters or media outlet hesitate. They don't give due to coverage like the issue of AIDS, race of Holocausts. Non-profit journalism, community-funded or crowd-funded journalism. Journalists propose projects online to people who then contribute to those they deem worthy. Knight and the Sandler Foundations, GrossPointToday.com, MinPost.com, NewJerseyNewsroom.com. Other normative theories, William Hatchen 1992 provide the now classic perspective on normative theories guiding the media systems of different countries and political systems. He identified five concepts: Western development, revolutionary, authoritarian, communism. No other normative theories. Western concept, a normative theory combining aspects of the libertarianism and social responsibility theory. Development concepts, a normative theory describing system in which government and media work in concept to ensure that the media aid the planned beneficial development of a given nation. Revolutionary concept, a normative theory describes a system in which media are used in the service of revolution. Authoritarian concept, a normative theory advocating the complete domination of media by a government for the purpose of forcing those media to serve the government. Communism concept, a normative theory advocating the complete domination of media by a communist government for the purpose of forcing those media to serve the Communist Party. Transitional media approach, a less category based, more flexible approach to evaluating a media system than traditional normative theory. Thank you.